Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's video has 3 points, and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to exactly why ignoring multiple platforms could cost you your business if you're not being careful. So let's get into it. The topic for today's video is where I self-publish my books and why I chose these companies. And that is something you're going to want to find out more about. Now, for you as a first-time author or somebody who's just getting started, you may be wondering, where should I publish my books? And maybe you've already started on Amazon, but then you're not sure if that was a right choice, or maybe you should be putting them on a different platform. In addition, is it really worth the effort if you've already got an ebook or a paperback book out on there? And you start to come up with all of these questions you hear about friends and other people who you're working around who are publishing on these other sites, and it's not completely clear to you that that's the right choice, or maybe you're the one making the wrong choice, and it leaves you very frustrated and wondering. And this is what we're going to answer in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Hit the subscribe button if you find this video to be helpful so that we can work together to beat the YouTube algorithm, which is trying to bury my videos, and I'm trying to reach as many people as possible with the videos that I'm putting out and trying to be as helpful as possible, holding nothing back. I'm telling you all of the secrets that I know when it comes to self-publishing. And speaking of secrets, grab a copy of my self-publishing secrets checklist below, completely free, to make sure that you are not skipping any of the steps that are costing you money today when it comes to self-publishing. So let's get into it. When I first got started, I of course wanted to maximize the sales on the books that I was putting out onto the market. I saw people who were doing a lot better than me. And I'm telling you that even just by staying in it long enough, I've improved drastically my performance. But even some of the people I was with at the time, unbelievable the performance that they were getting from their books. And I just couldn't figure out what exactly the secrets and the things that they were doing. Well, I'm going to tell you today, one of the things I discovered was that to make more money, you're going to need to put it onto other platforms. I started with Amazon and thought that should be enough because after all, you had your paperback books and then your ebooks with Kindle and then your audiobooks through ACX Audible. But was there really anything else that I needed to do in addition? It just wasn't clear to me what the correct choice was to make with regards to all of these books that I was putting out and whether I should put them into other platforms as well, since Amazon gives you a privilege or gives you a special rights and things if you stick with Kindle KDP Select when you register your book. So if you put your ebook and promise to only do it through them. Same goes with Audible. If you promise to only stay with them for the first 6-7 years or something like that, then they give you some advantage there. If you promise to do that, then they will give you a higher, double the earnings rate, like 40%, I believe, instead of 20%. So was that the right choice to stick with them? Well, the answer is no. I started a trickle, putting my books onto these other platforms and seeing a trickle of sales. And I'm going to hit which platforms I chose, but the sales started to go up over time with steady growth as I was putting more and more books. And now the platform like Ingram Spark for me is outperforming Amazon per book that I have published onto that platform, which is mind-blowing to me to see that the revenue starts going up so drastically just by putting my book onto that other platform. So let's get into it, where I self-publish my books and why I chose these companies. So the first one is Amazon. That's an easy pick. You should definitely stick with Amazon. It is easy to publish books on Amazon. Now, here at Self-Publishing Made Easy, the goal is to keep things easy. It's a nightmare if you try to do it in a day and learn everything immediately. You're going to crash and burn. But by following the steps that I give out here and in the courses you find below, I teach you exactly step by step how to get your book onto the market and to get it selling. And one of the most important things is to keep it easy. But it is easy, easier than many of the other platforms. The other thing is free. You don't have to pay for an ISBN number or a review, or for them to review your book. That would be Ingram Spark. Or like on Lulu, you don't have to pay for a proof copy of your book. They simply will show it to you digitally on a PDF, and then you can review it that way. So no need to put a big investment into it. And finally, they have a large audience of people with their credit cards out, and they're ready to buy right now. So this is something you're not going to want to forget when it comes to putting your book onto Amazon. But that's not where I stopped. I moved on because I understood that you definitely want to get this Amazon brick in place. And by the way, with that ACX Audible, you have to have a Kindle book on the market. Otherwise, no go. So that's just another little tidbit for you there. The other thing is, then I moved on to Ingram Spark, and that the downside is you have to pay for ISBN numbers unless you're in Canada or Norway, and now I think the US has opened it up a little bit there as well, with they're giving away free promo ISBN to their ISBNs. And then you also have to have them review it. And so you can look for promo codes to try to save money on that. But at the end of the day, it could cost you quite a bit. Like a single book with no promo codes and you're having to pay for the ISBNs, that could cost you $200. But at the same time, the amount of money that I'm making back on each book actually still might make it worth it. So it doesn't take that many months in order to start earning your money back from that platform of Ingram Spark, assuming you have a quality book. And I only put the quality books onto Ingram Spark, the best books I've ever done. I've played around with a lot of books, high quality, low quality, every quality you could imagine, to see what it takes to find books that readers want to buy and will continue to buy. And I've learned a lot of stuff from all of the failures that I've done over the years. The next one was Lulu. That is for the hardback books. Now, I know that Amazon is now playing around with hardback books in their beta testing, but I still think it's good to spread things out a little bit. So Lulu is what I've been using. You have to pay for a proof copy there, and they give you the ISBN, so you can pay $20 and get a proof copy of your book, and then it's ready to sell forever. So that's great. And then Smashwords. And the reason I choose Smashwords is because the royalty rates are as high as possible, and their distribution channels are massive. Now, you might also try Draft to Digital and a couple other, think of something Book Drive, if I remember correctly. They charge, though, per book or at a certain level. So you might look very, very closely. Some of the rates and things on many of these sites starts to change over time. And that moves us to our secret answer of the day, and it is do not stop with one platform. Since all of these platforms, they have the right to change the royalty rates. That's the first thing, every one of these sites. So if you choose just one, what if they do something that's going to make it harder for you to make money with your books? And they can change the royalty rates. Number two, they can ban you. That's another thing they have the right to do at any time. I've seen people get their accounts frozen on Amazon. Recently, it's been ACX Audible, people having issues with being allowed to sell books there because they were being accused of misusing promo codes, which is absolutely insane. And some people may have been doing it or pushing other products like their courses or whatever. I don't know what it was they were pushing through their ACX Audible books, some sort of subscription-based thing. I can't even remember what the scam was, or I don't know if I'd call it a scam. It was just something that they didn't like that you did. And that's one of the things that you would say. So it would be black hat or gray hat by their standards, perhaps, in the beginning there. And then the final one is they can decide just to stop doing self-publishing or go bankrupt. So these are a couple of the really nasty things that these self-publishing companies can happen to them. You know, if Amazon just decided we're just going to stop doing self-publishing, because I can't remember if they even said they're making money on it, but they are bringing in a lot of traffic to their site, so it may be worth their while on that front either as well. Hard to tell. So, but whatever the case is, you do not want to be on a single site. You want your revenue coming from multiple places, and that is the secret why your entire business could get in serious deep underwater if you find yourself only on one platform and that platform changes the terms of service and suddenly you find yourself in violation of it. And I've seen many people get their accounts frozen on Amazon for exactly violation when they didn't even realize they were doing anything that was against Amazon's terms and services. But I have a question for you today, my friend. Have you tried any platforms I didn't mention in the video? If you have, write the name of the platform. First, you can say yes or no, but tell me the name of the platform. I want to know what success you've had on some of the other channels I've never tried. So just let me know below in the comments. That will really help me out. And check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.